Thank you for joining me here on Thank God It's Saturday. Your inspiration, motivation to get you not only through the weekend, but 365 days out the year. I am Tanisha Shanee, your inspiration, your motivation. I just want to take, before we jump into it, I just want to take the first few seconds to just acknowledge myself for the journey that I have been on for 3 years. On Thursday, October 15, 2015, I celebrated 3 years on this amazing journey. Guys, when I tell you anything is possible, anything is possible. You put it before you, you work for it, it can and it will happen. So don't give up on yourself. You have the ability to achieve any and everything. I lost over 140 pounds. So when people say that you can't do it, you tell them to come see Tanisha Shanee, and I'll let them know how possible it is. So I'm excited. Thank you for joining me, for being here, and for taking the time out to acknowledge that you need to work on you. So I'm going to tell you a story. About 2 years ago, one of my closest friends came to me and was complaining about her job. She was like, Tanisha, I can't take this job. I want to do more. I said, so what are you going to do so that you can do more? Well, I could go back to school, but I can't because I have my child. I have to pay these bills. I don't want to take out any more student loans. So I allowed her to put everything out there as to why she could not do it. And then I asked her, I said, so what's the purpose of you wanting to do it? Well, if I do this, then I can get a better job. I can make more money. I'll be one of the few people in this area that have that qualification. I said, so again, what is standing in your way? I said, forget about all the excuses you just told me. I said, because what you're doing right now is that you are doing something that is blocking your ability. And you know what she said to me? She said, you know what, you're right. Because I'd rather just stay in this comfortable environment. I said, so you'd rather stay in a comfort zone that is filled with nothing but negativity, unhealthy habits, and it's not going to allow you to achieve the goals that you set for yourself, to provide the life for you and for your child. I said, so when you decide to get out your comfort zone, then that's when you're going to realize that you can achieve anything. I am so happy to say that 2 days ago, that same friend came to me and said, you know what? I remember that conversation. And you know what I decided to do? I decided to find a program, and I'm going to enroll in that program. I'm like, thank you. Finally, she gets it. She said, but you know what scares me a little bit? Is that the program is about 3 hours away from where I live right now. It's not a program that many schools offer. I said, so what? She said, you know what, I thought about that. So I'm going to stop being comfortable, and I'm going to find myself in an uncomfortable situation. See, what some of us fail to realize, in order for us to achieve anything, you have to have that moment of uncomfortable. There was a lady that I met, and the first thing out of her mouth, when she said that when she took the chance of being an entrepreneur, that the first stage was to be uncomfortable. And she knew that she had to face that so that she can achieve anything. And here she was, standing in front of us after leaving her corporate America job 20 years ago. So that uncomfortable moment did not last an entire lifetime. When I first started to lose weight 3 years ago, it was uncomfortable. It's comfortable to go and get Chinese food, to go to the chicken spot. Guys, I get that. That's always the comfortable, easy way. Because see, when uncomfortable comes to you, it's going to come to you, and you're going to realize that, hold on, I don't like this because this is not what I'm accustomed to. We have to let our situations that we are so comfortable with, push that to the side. Challenge yourself. Give yourself the opportunity to see that, guess what? Uncomfortable means that I'm going to achieve greatness. Could you imagine if I did not live that uncomfortable moment? My uncomfortable moment with my weight loss journey, it did not last a lifetime. I just celebrated 3 years. So I know for a fact that uncomfortable is not something that's going to last 365 days. It can last 365 if you allow it, but I don't allow it. I didn't allow it. I had to embrace that eating spinach, fruits, vegetables, having lean protein, drinking water, all of those things were uncomfortable in the beginning, but then eventually they became part of my routine, and this way it is now comfortable. And once I challenged myself to reach that uncomfortable, I said, you know what? What's the next uncomfortable? So a lot of you are always hearing me talk about August 12, 2015. That was one of the days that I have been uncomfortable. I walked into a job that I was making almost $100,000 a year, and I handed in a letter of resignation. I knew that 9 times out of 10, I was not going to be able to pay all my bills on time. That was an uncomfortable feeling. But I said to myself, my health was number 1, my sanity was number 2. And after that, it was me. I had to put me first. So I said, you know what? If I have to cut down on how much Starbucks I drink, if I have to cut back and make sure that I just only have the frozen vegetables and I can't get the fresh vegetables because they're a little bit cheaper, then I have to do that. But I did that, and that uncomfortable moment did not last a lifetime. So when you realize that those uncomfortable moments are only going to be temporarily, that's it, guys. It's only going to last a short time. You have control of how long that uncomfortable feeling lasts. If you want it, you have to work for it. Listen to any entrepreneur, listen to any celebrity, and they will tell you the same exact thing. Everyone is going to tell you those uncomfortable moments when someone tells you that you can't do it, they tell you that you should not do it, they tell you that why would you do it? They ask you questions. Why would you do that? People ask me, why did I want to lose over 100 pounds? Tanisha, why would you want to do that? They didn't realize that being almost 400 pounds was too comfortable and was going to lead to me eventually killing myself. So when I decided that I needed to get uncomfortable, pounds started to shed. Things just started to change. I had energy. I was able to move. Anyone that's from Brooklyn, New York, if you know Atlantic Terminal Station, where you have the 2 and the 3 on one and the 4 and the 5 is in the middle. Guys, there were days that I would see on that platform indicator that the 5 train was coming in 1 minute. And there was one day I was just determined to catch that 5 train because I was that tired. And I swiped my Metro card and the train is coming in. I had to run all the way down and go run all the way up. Don't you know? I did that. I jumped on that train and I challenged myself. And when I got on that train, I said, healthy living. I said, people looked at me and they were like, what's wrong with you? So I took an uncomfortable feeling. And I said, I'm not going to allow this to be my uncomfortable anymore. I challenged myself. I pushed myself to the limit. So when you push yourself, you're going to see results that you are going to love. I love these results. I love when I connect with women and they tell me how they have left their comfort zone. They're in the uncomfortable moment, but they love it. They love the results that they're seeing. So when you are ready, when I tell you when you're ready to get up, get up. Right now you're comfortable. Get up right now. You got to get up. You got to do something. Experience that uncomfortable. Stop telling yourself that you don't want that uncomfortable feeling. Stop telling yourself that it's too hard. Because the more that you tell yourself, you're going to stay in that comfort zone. And I don't know what's going to happen there. Because like I said, if I would have stayed in that comfortable zone at 350 plus, Tanisha probably wouldn't be here today to tell you anything. So you don't know where that's going to take you. So get up, get out that comfort zone. Feel that moment of uncomfortable, because when you realize it is the most amazing feeling that you're going to ever experience. Put you first, put your health first, and at the end of the day, you're going to find the success that you deserve. Visit healththesuccess.com. Connect with me. I'm ready. I can help you. I want you to realize that you have the ability to do any and everything. If I can do it, you can do it. Y'all have an amazing Saturday. Get up, get moving, drink your water, have some vegetables, eat some oatmeal, do something that's going to get you to where you need to be. Have a great day. Have an amazing weekend. And I'll catch you guys next Saturday with Thank God It's Saturday.